Imagine, no light, only the rhythmic pulse of a world you haven't truly entered yet. But even here, in the supposed sanctuary of the womb, death reigns. Your first sensations are not comfort, but terror. The shuddering impacts against your fragile membrane. The sickening tearing sounds, a metallic tang, even in this fluid darkness. This isn't just birth, it's a battlefield. And you're already on the menu. That's your brother, the Alpha. He's already devoured 2. 3. His jaws, even in this embryonic stage, are miniature rending machines. His gaze, primal and insatiable, sweeps across the murky interior, seeking the next victim. Every instinct screams. You press yourself against the yielding wall of your mother's body, a futile attempt to disappear. He charges. The water churns. The closing darkness of his gaping maw fills your vision. This is it. Your life, before it even truly begins, is forfeit. But then, whoosh! A force like a titan's hand propels you. An expulsion. A violent shove into the abyss. Relief, a momentary intoxicating burst of pure, unadulterated freedom. It floods your nascent senses. The vast open ocean. The boundless, terrifying freedom of it all. You are alive. Then, the grim reality crashes down. Another surge. Another expulsion. The murderous shadow of your brother. He's here. Beside you. The hunter is just as hunted. His eyes, usually pools of predatory hunger, now mirror your own primal fear. And as we drift, 2 vulnerable blobs in a hostile world, we stare. Not at each other, but at the retreating colossal form of our mother. She is a fortress, an architect of death. Every inch of her a testament to survival in this brutal epic. She is the embodiment of everything we are not. We are jelly. She is steel. And then she is gone. No goodbye. No words of warning. No lessons on how to navigate a world that wants to tear us apart. Just gone. Leaving us to the currents, to the shadows, to the endless hungry maw of the Devonian deep. Alone. With the one being who tried to eat you moments ago. Turns out, there's nothing quite like the shared specter of being devoured by something infinitely larger that brings estranged siblings together. The shadow passes. We don't move. A millennia seems to pass in that cramped space. Then, cautiously, you peek out. Your brother, a mere reflection of your own fear, does the same. Funny, isn't it? How quickly "I'm going to eat you" transforms into "please don't leave me alone." But sentiment is a luxury of the well-fed. Your stomach, an empty cavern, roars louder than any primal fear. You haven't eaten, ever. The bond, forged in terror, dissolves in the acid of pure need. You drift. Alone again. Searching. Then you see it, a small turtle. Floating, basking, a beacon of delicious, vulnerable protein. Prey. You're first. A surge of exhilarating, terrifying purpose. You charge? Mouth agape. The kill instinct, raw and unrefined, takes over. But the ocean is old. And this turtle? It's been playing this game far longer than you. One flick of its ancient fins and it's gone. A ghost in the current. What happens next is a humiliation that burns deeper than any predator's bite. Instead of flesh, a mouthful of grit, sand. Debris. You cough, sputter, a pathetic, thrashing mess. Your attempt at an underwater vacuum cleaner, a grotesque failure. Shame. Pure, unadulterated shame. But wait. That failure? That awkward, desperate suction. It wasn't entirely a failure. A flicker of something. A connection. Your specialized jaw joints, unique to your kind, just created one of nature's first true vacuum cleaners. Your head, even in its soft infancy, is a proto-hoover. You spot a smaller fish. Lessons learned. This time, no clumsy charge, no frantic chase. You glide. Slow. Imperceptible. A shadow amongst shadows. Close enough, almost. Whoosh! The water, the fish, a silent, effortless gulp. Sucked in. Like magic. Your first true meal. Not a grand, epic hunt, but a testament to innovation. It's not the glorious tearing kill your parents make, but it's yours. And you are learning. Learning to be something new. Days bleed into weeks. You survive. You thrive on the small, unassuming prey of the shallower waters. But something else is happening. A subtle shift beneath your skin. A strange, almost itching sensation. Hard patches, like nascent scales, developing. First on your head, a natural helmet, a crown of bone. But this gift? It comes with a price. Your neck, locked, immovable. To look behind you, to scan your surroundings, you must turn your entire, burgeoning body. The early cost of invincibility, a perpetual blind spot, and this is just the beginning. The prelude to an armor that will redefine you. Weeks morph into months. Your body is a sculptor's masterpiece, constantly reshaping. Those small patches of hardness on your head, they are now an impenetrable dome. Then the neck, shoulders, the weight, the sheer density of it all. You are transforming piece by agonizing piece into a living tank. A month. That's all it took. Now, you are a walking, or rather swimming, fortress. Every inch of your body shielded. Plates so thick, so unyielding, they could shrug off the bite of a nascent whale. You are a juggernaut. But the trade-off persists. You move like a knight in a full suit of medieval armor, underwater. Grace is a forgotten concept. Fluidity, a distant memory. Your neck, a rigid column of bone. The world ahead is all you see. The world behind, well, that requires a full body pivot. But the armor isn't just protection. It's a conduit, a force multiplier. Feel it, the raw power building in your jaw muscles. They are tightening, compressing, preparing for a strike unlike anything else in these primordial seas. You are still young, a mere few months old, but already you are a weapon. A swimming armored instrument of destruction. This newfound invincibility, this raw power, it breeds arrogance. Or perhaps simply confidence. You find yourself drawn to deeper waters. Territories you once wouldn't have dared to even glimpse. The domain of true titans. And there it is, a silhouette of primal violence. An ancient shark, a leviathan, twice your size, feasting. The scent of blood blooms in the water, a rich iron tang that ignites a new, audacious hunger. Perhaps a taste while it's distracted. You drift closer. Confidence fueled by bone and muscle surges. The shark, a creature of instinct, is singularly focused on its kill. It hasn't seen you, not yet. A little closer. Crack. Less than a 50th of a second. A sonic boom underwater. A pressure wave that stuns everything in its immediate vicinity. Before the behemoth can even twitch, you've sliced clean through its prey. Now, you have its attention. And it is not pleased. It charges. A living weapon, aimed directly at your vulnerable neck. But instead of flesh, instead of the tearing give of soft tissue, it gets a mouthful of bone. Of unyielding armor. A dull thud. A frustrated, bewildered snarl. The shark pulls back, its predatory mind reeling. What are you? What freak of nature has it encountered? Your turn. You are slow, but your jaws? They are a blur. You open, snap. Water actually explodes around your bite, a mini detonation. The shark, narrowly dodging, loses a chunk of its mighty fin. It stares at the missing flesh. Then at your scissor-like, bone-crushing jaws. This meal. It's not worth it. The shark decides. And as you watch it disappear into the murky distance, a profound realization settles. This armor. It doesn't just protect, it empowers. The same plates that make you clumsy, the same rigid structure, channel an unimaginable force into your bite. Enough force to slice through almost anything. Not just flesh, not just bone, but the very fabric of the ocean's food chain. You are the apex, a new kind of predator. And the world, it is your oyster, or rather, your armored prey. Having humbled a shark, a new lesson swiftly emerges. Your armor, while a formidable weapon, is a handicap in the eternal chase for food. This massive tank-like body isn't built for subtlety, for speed. Every time you spot a tasty-looking school, a shimmering, ephemeral cloud of protein, they're gone. Vanished, before your immense armored form can even begin its ponderous turn. The agile, the swift, they laugh in the face of your slow-motion pursuit. But then, a memory stirs, that strange, embarrassing suction thing you did as a hatchling. The mouthful of sand and jellyfish. Was it truly a failure, or a forgotten secret weapon? You glide towards the next unsuspecting school. Not a pursuit, an approach. Slow, deliberate, a colossal shadow, barely moving. When you are just within range, whoosh, a powerful unseen current. The water rushes in. Not just one fish, not two, but half the school. A cascade of silver, along with a healthy serving of sand and seaweed, a gritty side dish. Not elegant, not graceful, but utterly, undeniably effective. When you're 20 feet of armored hunger, who cares about table manners? Months melt away. You are no longer just big, you are colossal. A leviathan of the Devonian. At full size, you stretch over 20 feet. Your armored head alone, a weaponized battering ram, is the size of a modern car. Your bite force? If ships existed then, you could have torn through their metal hulls like they were damp cardboard. In these ancient savage seas, there are few that can match you. The long-necked plesiosaurs, those graceful giants, they see your silhouette and veer away, their elegant forms fleeing your predatory bulk. Other armored fish? They are half your size, mere appetizers. Only the massive eurypterids, sea scorpions the size of crocodiles, give you a moment's pause. But even they, these armored arthropods, think twice. One look at your bone-shearing jaws, and they concede dominance. You are the apex, the undisputed king of the Devonian deep. One day, patrolling your established domain, a subtle shift in the water. A whisper of change. Warmer currents. And then, the unmistakable silhouettes. More of your kind. A gathering. A congregation of titans. And then, you see her. She is a fortress unto herself, nearly twice your size. Her armor, a masterpiece of evolution, makes yours look like a child's costume. The female Dunkleosteus, of course, are larger. The ultimate queens of the ocean. And you are not alone in noticing her. Other males, drawn by her immense power and presence, gather. A silent understanding passes between you all. The ancient primal urge. What follows is, arguably, the least graceful courtship in the history of the ocean. Imagine several living tanks attempting to woo an even larger tank. You display your jaw strength, snapping at the water, sending your signature shockwaves rippling through the depths. She naturally looks about as impressed as you'd expect. A shrug of her armored shoulders, if such a thing were possible. The act itself is fleeting. Awkward. Try getting romantic when you're both encased in bone, unable to even properly turn your heads. But at least there's that. You don't eat your mate. A small mercy in a brutal world, and once it's done, she's gone. No lingering farewells. No promises of forever. Commitment, it seems, was not a strong suit of the prehistoric fish. Your life, a cycle of hunting, eating, dominating. But something is changing. The once teeming hunting grounds, those abundant pastures of the deep, are growing sparse. Emptier. The very efficiency that made you the apex predator, it's turning against you. You ran out of things to kill. The ultimate irony, an unstoppable killing machine, rendered obsolete by its own success. Your endless hunger devoured your own future. And then, the new arrivals. Smaller, faster, more adaptable. They don't possess your fancy armor, your buzzsaw jaws, but they can survive on the microscopic. On the prey you deem too insignificant, too much effort for your immense size. Your specialized weapons. The armor, the bone-crushing bite, the suction feeding. All utterly useless against schools of prey too small to register. Your massive size, your impenetrable armor. Once your greatest assets, they are now nothing more than dead weight. A gilded cage. You swim further and further, for fewer and fewer meals. Your brethren are disappearing. Some starve to death, their colossal armored forms sinking like lead statues to the desolate ocean floor. Others, in their desperate pursuit of sustenance, misjudge the shallows. Stranded, beached. Metal suits, baking under a sun they were never meant to see. One day, your body screaming from the gnawing emptiness, you spot it. A form, massive enough to be worth the effort. Hope, a cruel flicker, ignites within your ancient brain. Food. You approach and each stroke of your powerful fins, an act of sheer will. And then, the truth. A mirror image. Another Dunkleosteus. Equally desperate. Equally starved. Two living tanks facing the same inescapable grim reality. We ate ourselves into extinction. Nature's final, cruel joke. The ultimate predator. Not vanquished by a stronger foe. Not outmaneuvered by a faster hunter. But simply too good, too efficient, too brutal. We built an empire of bone and muscle, and then we consumed it all. The silent abyss claims its kings. No roar of victory. No triumphant chase. Just the quiet, relentless march of consequence. A testament to a world where even absolute power can be the ultimate weakness. The story of Dunkleosteus. Born a titan. Doomed by its own greatness. A reminder that sometimes the most dangerous enemy is yourself.